To be a Negro in this country and to be relatively conscious is to be in a rage almost all the time. There are so many ways of being despicable, but the way to be really despicable is to be contemptuous of other people's pain. People who treat other people as less than human must not be surprised when the bread they have cast on the waters comes floating back to them, poisoned. Those who say it can't be done are usually interrupted by others doing it. Trust life, and it will teach you, in joy and sorrow, all you need to know. Confusion is a luxury which only the very, very young can possibly afford, and you are not that young anymore. Everybody's journey is individual. If you fall in love with a boy, you fall in love with a boy. The fact that many Americans consider it a disease says more about them than it does about homosexuality. The role of the artist is exactly the same as the role of the lover. If I love you, I have to make you conscious of the things you don't see. People who shut their eyes to reality simply invite their own destruction, and anyone who insists on remaining in a state of innocence long after that innocence is dead turns himself into a monster. The place in which I'll fit will not exist until I make it. Children have never been very good at listening to their elders, but they have never failed to imitate them. You think your pain and your heartbreak are unprecedented in the history of the world, but then you read. It is certain, in any case, that ignorance, allied with power, is the most ferocious enemy justice can have. Please try to remember that what they believe, as well as what they do, and cause you to endure, does not testify to your inferiority, but to their inhumanity. The victim, who is able to articulate the situation of the victim, has ceased to be a victim. He or she has become a threat. Know from whence you came. If you know whence you came, there are absolutely no limitations to where you can go. Neither love nor terror makes one blind. Indifference makes one blind. It took many years of vomiting up all the filth I'd been taught about myself and half believed before I was able to walk on the earth as though I had a right to be here. It is very nearly impossible to become an educated person in a country so distrustful of the independent mind.